They say some songs don't just fill a room, they stop time. For millions around the world, that moment came the first time they heard total praise. A single voice rising, then a choir swelling, and suddenly, silence felt sacred. Today, that voice has gone quiet. Richard Smallwood, the man who gave gospel music its modern soul, has passed away at 77. But his story doesn't end here. In many ways, it's just beginning. Richard Smallwood was never chasing fame. He wasn't trying to dominate charts or follow trends. He was chasing something deeper. Born with an extraordinary ear for music, Smallwood could play piano before he could fully explain why it moved him. By the time he reached adulthood, it was clear this wasn't talent. It was calling. While others performed at churches, Smallwood wrote for them, for the quiet moments, for the breaking points, for the prayers people couldn't put into words. His music didn't rush. It waited. And then it lifted you. In the late 1980s and 1990s, his compositions quietly changed gospel forever. They were classical, but emotional. Traditional, but fearless. Sacred, yet universal. Songs like I Love the Lord didn't just stay in the church. They crossed over, performed by icons, echoed in films, and sung by people who didn't even realize they were singing gospel. And then came Total Praise. Written in a moment of personal struggle, the song wasn't meant to be a global anthem. It was a prayer, but prayers have a way of traveling. Soon, it was sung at funerals, graduations, memorials, and moments of national grief. Whenever words failed, his music spoke. Behind the scenes, Smallwood was fighting his own battles. In recent years, his health quietly declined. Kidney failure took its toll. Public appearances slowed. The spotlight dimmed, but the music never stopped working. On December 30th, 2025, Richard Smallwood passed away in Maryland, surrounded not by applause but by peace. And within hours, tributes poured in. Choir directors, artists, pastors, fans. Not just remembering the songs, but remembering how those songs carried them through loss, doubt, and faith. What made Richard Smallwood different wasn't just his brilliance. It was restraint. He knew when to let silence breathe, when to let a note linger, when to step back and let the message lead. In a world that rushes emotion, he allowed it to unfold. And that's why his music still feels alive. Today, the man is gone. But somewhere, a choir is rehearsing one of his songs. A pianist is playing his chords by memory. A voice is cracking on the final note, because it still means something. Richard Smallwood didn't just write gospel music. He wrote moments. And those moments will never die.